LP says Elzhi is better than Royce in my opinion. This is what I will say, and I think this is a decent transition. We were just about to talk about Elzhi's album. Elzhi is the best lyricist that I've ever heard from Detroit.
Right.
Pure lyricist.
Yeah.
And you know, I know you like proof. I'm gonna pull up a proof, some proof, and not proof from D12. Rest in peace.
I'm about to say because we're having
no pun intended.
Right.
But I wanted to pull up an Elzhi verse. You mind if I read it real quick? I'm gonna put it on the screen for the people. I had to bring proof.
Hey. Sounds fascinating.
This is verse 1 from Deep for the people who really rock with Elzhi. It's like, I'm the bell ringer, shell slinger, hiding bodies to the smell linger, until you're pale as Renee Zellweger when L sting you. You're feeling like the Braille finger, searching for the line. I'm first, you stuck in last, rappers now sucking ass. Full of new school niggas I wouldn't fucking pass. They should flunk in class and dip low. They tiptoe and eavesdrop with both sleeves propped. Now please stop. Y'all melting faster than a freeze pop at 100 degrees. El Sun and Emcee's, he's pops. What? You better put that work in. I burnt grins and kill grills. My steel pills. Then I peel wheels and skill feels it heals like hills ills like Benadryl's pills. Your hottest artist will feel chills when I drop gems that play out like fans when you peep. These rhymes ain't cheap. Oh yeah, I get deep. Best lyricist I've ever heard from Detroit. One of the best lyricists I've ever heard, period. I mean, we want to talk about syllables and all that stuff. And I mean, the whole Benadryl's thing, that's at 100 degrees, El Sun and Emcee's, he's pops. You better put that work in. I murk grins and kill grills. My steel pills, then I peel wheels, then skill feels like it heals ills like Benadryl's pills. Your hottest artists will feel chills. Yo.
Nice little bob and weave. It's nice bob and weave. It's excellent.
It's crazy, man. Like, I mean, you know, it sounds better than Rap God to me. You know, that shimalama nama lama nibi nama lama out.
I'm not touching it. Is this our transition into Elzhi's album?
Yes. What did you think of Elzhi's album?
I thought it was really dope. It was enjoyable.
I thought it was dope too, man. I mean, I love these projects that he puts together. What was the one that he put together a couple of years ago?
I love this one way more than the last couple that you fed me.
The one I'm thinking about, I know the people in the room would think it was a duo situation. Anyway, I like the production of this. I think it's very creative. It's a cool listen, man. It's a
nice, smooth listen. It really is.
It got some quotables in there too. Elzhi's one of them MCs that he does things on the mic that I didn't think were possible. You know,
7 times down, 8 times up. Is that what you're talking about?
Nah, not that one. That one was dope too. Someone says Elzhi got Conway. Dag, I missed the chat. Said Elzhi got Conway on that song 212. Elzhi be getting people on records, man.
I mean, Elzhi's nice. I mean, I think, how about this? He falls into that category of like, you know, your super lyrical miracle type of guys that are traditionally thought of as not good song makers. But he's a really dope song maker.
He is.
And a top-notch lyricist, a la like maybe a Styles or a Sky Zoo. Like, you know what I mean? Like somebody who's really top-notch lyrically. But like can make a dope record. He just may not necessarily be a big star. You know what I mean? But he's nice.
Right. I think that when you talk about people who might not have that quote-unquote star power, I think he kind of hits that top of that barometer for just straight-up lyricists. Like how we were just talking about Ortiz or whatnot. Like Elzhi is one of those people, and maybe because I'm like a hip-hop nerd, I'll sit there and listen to. Whereas maybe the common fan wouldn't. And I only say that because when he got put in Slum Village, that was the mission. They had to make hit songs. And even though, you remember the Kanye song with John Legend, Selfish? He doesn't have a memorable verse on there in the way that Kanye does. But obviously he's a super lyricist. You know what I'm saying?
No, all those things. And I actually had a thought today, and I was like, well, is Elzhi right now officially like the best top-notch lyricist that the mainstream really doesn't know about still? Because
I
that
think it's
was,
been that way for a minute.
I don't know if it's been that way for a minute, but this project made me definitely feel that way. It's like, well, hold on. It's like everybody else that I can look at lyrically like him, I think is known or renowned for that at this point. And so
Yeah.
I guess my question would be is what does he need to do to get on some on a legacy type of vibe? What does he need to do to get more renowned? Does that make sense?
No, I see what you're saying because in ways that we used to talk about people like AZ or whatnot, which I don't
Yes.
think is true for AZ anymore, is actually true for somebody like a Elzhi.
Right. No, he truly
I
is
think
underrated.
that I think what needs to happen, there needs to be an Alfredo moment. I
Yeah.
do like the this is the album I was talking about, the Jericho Jackson.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
that
Yep.
shit
Yep.
was crazy.
No. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, there needs to be an Alfredo moment. And even though I think that his Elmatic was dope as hell, I think he kind of shot himself in the foot with that, with the Nas comparisons, because I don't think the Nas comparisons were even there
They're not.
before he did that.
They're not there, and it's not something that you want to pat on yourself and try to hold yourself up against. So
He
I
did a
didn't know.
great job. Great job. But it's Illmatic, you know. I like the way they reworked the instrumentals and stuff too. Like they bumped up the production with some live instrumentation.
Nobody asked him to do all that.
Yeah, he killed it though.
And nobody asked him to do all
That's
that.
the thing. He killed it. He needs a Run the Jewels, Alfredo moment.
No, okay. So even when you say an Alfredo moment, this is what I mean about like, well, maybe what to expect next. Because before Freddie made Alfredo, he does have those couple. He has Bandana,
Mm-hmm.
and what's the one right before Bandana?
Shit. It's like, what is it in the chat, guys? It starts with a P.
Right.
But
Not
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
not the one where he wearing the suit. Is that the one with him with the suit on?
No, not Freddie.
Not Freddie. Right.
No, it starts with a P.
Pinata.
Pinata,
Right.
yeah.
Pinata and Bandana. So it's like, no, you could see it coming.
No, you could.
You seen it coming.
Listen, man, and I know that we keep talking about this guy, and I got some good information about this too. Shout out to my man's out there. Hold on one second. I'm losing my train of thought. I think the Alchemist and Elzhi should hook up. But I was thinking of a couple things at one time because my man Alex, shout out to him, he hit me and was like, I listened to y'all last episode and you were asking if Alchemist has a what did I say, a sweatshop down there. And he sent me the link to one of the guys that Alchemist, trades records with, and and he does have people that, feed him records and stuff.
I mean, I'm sure he has somebody feeding him, but who's cooking?
No, that's real.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, no. Are you putting in a grocery list order and then they're bringing you back the goods and you're cooking the food, right?
No. I believe he's cooking the food. I'm not gonna, put any of those accusations on there until I saw it.
That's being the head chef on the line and telling your sous chefs in your line cooks what to do. That's two different worlds.
Okay. I know we put a lot on Alchemist's back, but yes, I would like to see Alchemist and Elzhi hook up. I think it would be great. I think Elzhi is a really dope songwriter.
You want to know what? I want an all-time great, like, because of the Alchemist RZA conversation that we had. And I didn't mean to come off any sort of way to Alchemist or to slight Alchemist. It's just like really more props to RZA for that run and that catalog run right quick. But it makes me wonder and want Alchemist to do a project with, like, I don't know, let's say a Raekwon or a Method Man who are still out here rapping.
Yeah, but again, RZA got them in their prime.
I mean, did you just hear Method Man this year?
Oh yeah, he sounds great. Blue Collar Hustle says Elmatic legit is the best tribute album ever. I can't argue against that. It's great.
Once again, didn't nobody ask them to do all that.
It's great. So as a Nas fan, you didn't like it?
It was just, I don't know.
I
Be
loved
more.
it.
I just wanted somebody to be more. This may seem funny. It's just like be a little bit more legendary in your own right before you touch something like that. Because I'm funny about stuff like that. Because that's a culture move too. You know.
It's kind of
He's
like,
great, and he's stupid nice. He's
oh yeah.
stupid. So
You
it's
know
like
what I could compare it to? Respectfully, Jennifer Hudson. And it's one of those things where you have the incredible voice, but your voice has now been attached to other people's work. You need your own that has hit people in that way. And I think that's probably how you feel about the Elmatic situation, where it's like, these are some iconic records that hit all of us in a big way, including him, I'm sure. But before you do that, you might want to do some that kind of hit people in that way first. You know what I mean?
how about this? Do you remember when TLC remade "If I Was Your Girlfriend" by Prince?
I remember that. Crazy, Sexy, Cool.
Right. I really loved that record, but
I
it was
didn't.
still right, but not the way that I should because a female taking that record from Prince, a female group taking that record from Prince, it loses some of its nuance and some of its genius in that happening. Even though the record is dope and they kind of reworked and cooked up and gave it a heavy bass line and made it snap and like all that, but it didn't like land all the way, even though it's a dope remake. You know what I
I
mean?
think remakes in hip hop, period, are problematic.
They
Which is
are.
interesting because, this is a culture, genre wise, as far as like sonically, that is built on samples.
Right.
But whenever hip hop uses other hip hop records, it's kind of, even when I hear like Moneybagg Yo using DMX's "How's It Going Down," it's like, because the thing used to be, you don't really use the same loop that somebody else already used. You know what I mean?
That used to be part of the race.
Yeah.
Who could find the best loops from the best records and go really digging in the crates the most.
Exactly.
And so that, but what I would submit to you is part of the innovation of MCing being so important is because it balances out the other side of these music wise of our culture that was built off sampling and taking for something. That's why the innovation of rhymes and MCing is so important. It brings balance to a culture where the beats are often sampled and taken and reworked and reused and chopped and screwed and mixed and mastered.
Back in the day when I was an MC, I always wanted to do a mixtape that just took all the beats from Supreme Clientele and just do it over. But, I don't know how well that would go. It's different to do that than just rework.
Like once and I'm funny too. Once I love a record, Mike, I'm cool with just hearing that whoever did that record on that record forever. Like I'm one of those people that's okay with
You don't like Rick Ross redoing "Your Nobody Till Somebody Kills You"?
I told you how I feel about that.
And he did a great job on it.
I'm sure he did.
I didn't want to like it, but I do.
With my Sycamore style.
More sicker than yours.
4/4 and 54. No, you just no. No. Cool with that right
You know what? I feel you, man, because I wouldn't want to hear somebody redo Ice Cream and like Dave East is on the hook or something.
Right.
We sound real old right now.
I mean, I don't care. Get off my lawn.
All right. On that note, man, what did you think about the RZA and DJ Scratch album?
Get them off my lawn. I'm not that old. I didn't want to hear this like that.
I thought the production was good. I would give the production a B.
Did you?
I thought the production was good. I thought the rapping was where it lacked, personally.
I mean, I would agree with you. The beats are better than the rhymes. I don't know if that changes any of the problematic nature about what is this doing again?
I don't know, man. But see, these are the reasons why.
Because I can see there's supposed to be some sort of theme. Do I need to listen again to catch the theme? Am I missing? Not being funny.
This is the reason why I said what I said the other day about The Alchemist. Shout out to Ray Rims. He said that's a super chat for Wednesday's broadcast. High level content. Yeah, we just kind of breezed through Wednesday, man. I thought we didn't have enough. But that was a good conversation we had with Tribe and Cass. All right. I think that when it comes to what Alchemist has been able to do, that's why I even had it in question, because when RZA's teaming up with Scratch, RZA's not producing this stuff, right? I mean, am I wrong, y'all? Did RZA do the beats on there? And then I started thinking about, I start thinking about the group when him and Prince Paul were in a group together. Prince Paul,
He made most of the beats for Grave Diggers.
yeah, Prince Paul was the Grave Diggers producer.
Those are some dope beats.
Prince Paul is a dope ass producer. In my opinion, I say to this day,
Super
the
underrated.
most underrated producer in
You know
hip
what?
hop history.
No, I will agree with you on that because we skip him too much when we're having our all time great producer talks and conversation, and he belongs. So
Oh yeah, yeah.
would
I
agree.
think that Prince Paul kind of suffers from what Pete Rock did. He didn't spread himself around enough in a certain era.
Pete Rock's a better beat maker, but Prince
Oh yeah.
Paul's more innovative.
I was listening to College Dropout, and we're going to talk about that when we talk about this Kanye documentary. We're going to double back to. And thinking about the skits that were on College Dropout and Late Registration and how funny they were, those shits is so Prince Paul. And I guess I didn't think about it until we saw the footage of them putting them together. And it
So
was like, yo, that's very De La Soul-esque.
you mean late registration skits, right?
That and College Dropout. Even the College Dropout parts where he was talking about, his degrees and sleeping with, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I thought late registration did more of the better Prince Paul impersonation in College Dropout to me. Like broke, five broke.
yeah.
You got it right. Like all that. I was like, yeah, that's straight daylight jacket right there.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, shout out to Ray Rims. He said, "Did you brothers read my last Cash App?" Oh yeah, we got to get check that about Rock Marcy and Backwoods Sweetie. Yeah, I was confused with that because I was looking for the album, Marciano,
Who did what?
Backwoods Sweetie, and Rock Marciano.
That dropped a day or something?
I think he said it dropped last week. I was looking for it on streaming platforms. I didn't see it. Marquez Davis with a super chat. He says, that Biggie Keep Your Hands High is my favorite Biggie verse ever. That second verse, he went berserk. Don't forget, One More Chance, and my other hits. Yeah, man. That's when you could hear that Biggie was just getting better, and better, man.